Hi, today I'm here to welcome Lisa Gill. Lisa, you are the Prevention Program Specialist for Butler County Human Services Drug and Alcohol Programs.
Correct, yes.
I got that right?
Yep.
Aw. Well, we're so happy that you're here, Lisa.
Thank you.
And I know you, with a team of people, are working every day hard on providing drug and alcohol education and prevention services to the community. So thank you for what you do.
Thank you. Yeah.
And could you kind of give us an idea of the goals behind all of that?
Sure. Yeah. So every county gets money to do prevention. And so all of us counties are tasked with how looking at some data that exists and what are some of the areas that we identify that need the most prevention and education. And so we're out to provide resources to families, schools, and teenagers on staying safe and making healthy decisions.
Okay. How long have you been involved in this kind of work?
I've been in my current position for almost 4 years now.
Okay. And I'm assuming that because everything's changing so quickly, right? Maybe what a problem or a situation that you were dealing with last year, what does it look like now, or what are the concerns?
Right.
So like today's data, what does that look like? What are highlighting on issues that you're talking about?
When we look specifically at drug and alcohol issues, our problem identified areas are teenage drinking, so youth alcohol drinking, youth vaping, and then also adult binge drinking and dangerous driving.
Right, which you read about these things happening all the time.
Yeah.
So these present problems, right? Could you give an example of here's a program or a service that we offer that specifically addresses that?
Right. So with alcohol, I think there's just a lot of misunderstanding because alcohol is a drug, but people forget that.
Right. It's everywhere.
But because it's so widely accepted in society that you have it at celebrations, you have it at, all kinds of events have alcohol, but we really want to make sure that we're sending the right message to kids and helping them to understand the consequences and how it affects your body, and to be able to wait until they're of legal age to use it when their brains are more developed and they can make those decisions.
Right. And you know what? I think back to even my own education. I mean, I had like nothing.
Yeah.
Right. So I definitely think it's something important to talk about. What about the issue with the vaping?
Yeah.
I mean, that is a huge concern.
Right. And a lot of that reason is because vaping was originally marketed as a safer alternative to smoking, and so to smoking cigarettes.
Right.
And so then all of a sudden that message was, the youth picked up on that and almost thinking like it's not a big deal or it's safer. So we offer a number of different programs. Two of the programs that we rely on most, one is called Too Good for Drugs.
Okay.
And we have curriculum that spans kindergarten through 12th grade to be able to offer those programs.
Wow.
The years that we really look at and concentrate on are 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 6th, and 7th in our office, because some people think that talking to kids that young isn't needed or isn't necessary, but really you want to catch kids in the 8 to 11 years of age before they've kind of made up their minds, and so that you can educate them.
Right, absolutely. And education needs to be constant.
Exactly.
So I'm thinking myself as an educator, if I was interested in that curriculum, do you actually come into like my classroom and conduct that, or do you teach me how to do it?
There are a couple different options, and I'm glad that you asked that, because myself and two of our providers, Keystone Wellness Programs and Center for Community Resources, have prevention education and prevention specialists and health educators that go into the classrooms. We receive training to be able to do that.
Okay.
But we could work with schools and districts to be able to train their teachers, work with them on how to fund the curriculum, and then help each other, really like a collaboration in looking at what grades was it implemented and how did that change youth use for alcohol or vaping on a large scale in Butler County or just in the district. We can look at data over the years.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, these are wonderful resources. That's why I wanted to have you on, because I was thinking about, teachers, community members, even churches.
Yep.
Could contact you?
Yeah, absolutely. I've gone to summer programs to offer the programming, and we could go do even one-time speaking engagements at
Okay.
churches and Girl Scout troops, Boy Scout troops. And we
Right.
also have one now called Catch My Breath that is a vaping prevention, and that's so important at this
Okay.
point. And again, curriculum for all grades and ages at age development and appropriate levels to be able to educate
Right.
kids.
Well, great resources here that we can all use. A program that I wanted to talk about before you leave us
Yes.
is Strengthening Your Families.
Strengthening Families program.
Strengthening Families program. And I know the next programming for that is going to start in February.
Correct.
But if families are interested in getting on the list now, they could contact you?
Yeah, they could contact myself or somebody at Keystone Wellness Programs.
All right. And it's a 7-week program that they would make a commitment to. It's housed on or hosted at different locations in Butler County. Do these resources for families, do they cost them anything?
Nope. No, we have funding that we're able to provide that for parents and kids, and that's the nice thing about Strengthening Families is you're just strengthening that bond between parents and their children to be able to have those discussions, and those bonds and those relationships are all protective factors in preventing drug and alcohol use.
Yep, and helping us make good decisions. I'm telling you, they offer a lot of programs and services. We just talked about a very small bit, but I so appreciate what you do and your team. Thank everybody for us.
Thank you, I will.
All right, and thank you. Thanks for watching this episode of the Butler Buzz. If you want to see more, just click on the playlist button up here. To keep up to date with all of Armstrong Neighborhood Channel, click on the subscribe button down here. Hey, I suggest you do both. See you next time.